MeganPlays, welcome to Mashable's VidCon studio.
Thank you so much for having me, Crystal. I'm excited to be here.
Yes, well, I'm really excited to be chatting with you. I've been a fan of your YouTube channel for a while now, and you love the Let's Play videos. Talk to me a little bit about how you got started on YouTube.
Okay, yeah. So in 2012, I made my channel. Yeah. In 2013, I started posting content. I saw other people posting content, like gaming content, and I was like, I want to do that. I could do that. So I just started. I just downloaded a capture thing and just talked into it and threw it up on the internet. It was really raw and not a lot of great content there, but it was a really fun start from there. So I started with Sims, then I went to Minecraft, and then I kind of went into Roblox. So it kind of just developed from there over like 13 years. I haven't done the math.
Yeah. You said earlier, like the advice you give everyone is just to start.
Yes, just to start. Because I feel like a lot of people don't start because they're like, oh, well, I don't know if I have the perfect idea. I don't know if I have the perfect editing software. I don't know if I have the perfect title. You don't need it. You should just start. And you learn that stuff along the way. And you figure out what's going to work as you get your experience. No one's going to be amazing at something the first time they try it. So you got to just start.
Yeah, but also audiences, I feel like, don't want perfect, right?
Oh, they have swayed back. They have swayed back. So it started out people really wanting like raw, relatable stuff. And then there was a time in YouTube where it just kind of started becoming very overly produced. And then people were like, this is amazing. It's like TV quality, this and that. And then things started getting overproduced. Yeah. And so now we're back in the swing of like, no. Like, let's bring it back. Let's make it more personable, more real, more raw. Like, so definitely people are more interested in that now these days, which I love because I never went the high production route. I don't have the budget, the time, the energy. Like, I just like being myself.
What are some of the early lessons that you learned?
Well, I wasn't very consistent when I started, and I learned that consistency is key. Yeah. So if you do start, of course, like I said, do what you can do, but what you need to do eventually is start getting really consistent with your uploads so people know what to expect and the algorithm knows what to expect, because we are all playing to the algorithm at the end of the day. So those are some lessons I wish I would have learned sooner.
I think there's a lot of gamers online and gamers who do live stream content, YouTube content. Yeah. What do you think it is about your content that made you stand out?
Initially, because I have been in this space for a long time, it was that I was a girl in the gaming space because that kind of was a little bit of an uphill battle. When I switched to Roblox gaming, I found the demographic there was more welcoming to women, and they actually have like a 50-50%.
Really?
Yeah, they actually have a 50-50 demographic within their dev community as well as players of the platforms. So initially it was being a woman, but now when I got into the Roblox space, because it was so divided in half and there was already a lot of women content creators, I think what people really liked and enjoyed about my content is that I was more personable. I spent a lot of time in my comment section talking to people and reacting to people and sharing their comments on my videos and really building up my community. It really humanizes it all because you can get really bogged down when you kind of only see the numbers with the big ups, big downs, big ups, big downs. Your brain starts to work a little differently and you start to not really process them as individual people and as numbers. That is really harmful in a lot of ways. But like it's like, oh dang it, this video only got 300 views. Put 300 people in a room and be like, that many people spent 10 minutes of their time watching a video. Yeah. Like the perspective, like coming to stuff like this and being close with your community really helps put everything back into perspective whenever things get a little bit too analytical.
How do you handle maybe negativity in your community?
I heard a little piece of advice a long time ago. I can't remember where I heard it from, but it was like, if they don't know you personally, don't take it personally. Like if they don't know you, then what do they even have to say? And I find that when people are being mean online, they're trying to hurt you. If it's too bad, I'll block it. If it's like, I'll just delete it. I don't like that stuff to like pile on. Now, constructive criticism is great. But some people can just be really like hateful for no reason. So they gotta go.
But you're incredibly popular on TikTok. Do you feel like your audience is one-to-one? Like whoever is following you on YouTube, they also are following you on TikTok?
And I think no one would agree to that. I'm sorry, I don't want to speak for everyone, but it's very hard to transfer audiences per platform. A lot of people have tried it over the years and a lot of people have failed. Yeah. I think a creator who has done a good job doing it is Lana Ray. She's another Roblox creator. She did a really good job. doing that, but it's really hard, honestly. Because if someone's enjoying short form, they often are enjoying long form. Well, now the short form verticals, they're going back to long form and they're making them all 10 minutes again.
That's true.
So it's going back to long form, but now vertical. Like these algorithms, these trends, they all cycle.
You had your successful channel, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then you're on Instagram, you're on TikTok, you're in all the different places because you need to be these days. So how did you decide like what content goes where and like making like, again, monetarily, like how much to invest in any one platform?
Yeah. So that's a really good question. I think YouTube is really valuable and TikTok is really valuable. I think those are the two most important platforms for growth.
Really?
I think Instagram could do a lot more to help their creators because you can't monetize over there. And I feel like their algorithm isn't as pushing out content creators. But TikTok is really good for discoverability. It's not good for monetization. YouTube is good for monetization, but it's very oversaturated. So that's the thing. You got to juggle and you have to decide. So personally for me, I'm doing amazing on TikTok. I haven't made $1. I've made $1 from TikTok. And people...
You have like 4 million...
5
million.
And each of my TikToks right now, they're getting like 1 million views.
Yeah.
I'm not making any money. So I'm going to go back to YouTube and start making Roblox content again, long form, because that's what monetizes. This year, I've been talking to other creators. It's pretty dry. There's not a lot of brand deals or brands out there looking to push stuff out. I think it's just the economic climate right now.
Yeah.
So that is another reason because I feel like maybe TikTok was easier to monetize on, but now it's not. So it's kind of like at the end of the day, creators have to pay their bills.
Yeah.
So you kind of have to go where the money goes.
Yeah. Yeah. And then finally, so if someone were to create their channel tomorrow or create their page, what's like the singular piece of advice you would give?
Find a niche.
Okay.
And follow it. So if you really like Roblox, find a niche within Roblox, whether that is someone like Creecraft who's covering the news every single day, whether it's Flamingo, somebody who is doing variety content, or whether it's somebody like Past Me who is strictly doing one single game, news for that game, and only that game. Like, find out what you want to do. If I had a recommendation, it would be doing what Flamingo's doing, variety content. I think that's everyone's dream because it doesn't put you in a box.
Yeah.
But that is very hard to achieve. The niches that are more niche, easier to achieve.
Are there any other, I don't want to say regrets, but any other like hard lessons you've had to learn?
I don't know as they're lessons as much, but it's really hard to go into a space and assume that everybody is your friend because I do that.
Yeah.
And then you find out that they're not your friend.
Yeah.
And then you've done a lot for them and then they've taken from you. And then all of a sudden you're just left in a position that you wouldn't have been in. And so I'm not saying don't trust anyone, but also keep your heart open but guarded, you know, don't give everybody everything. Don't overpour yourself into anybody. And always take care of yourself first.